I left my computer at home, I turned my phone on airplane mode, and I had no choice but to think and reflect about myself, and specifically about the way that I feel about myself and the way that I treat myself. And I don't know, it just slapped me in the face so freaking hard. Good morning, my friends. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to the monthly reset for July. Yes, we are a little bit late, and you know what? I really just don't feel like I have that much to say. So we're gonna do this vlog style because it's tradition at this point, these monthly resets. So welcome back, welcome if you are new. I'm about to do my morning skincare, and so I thought I would do it here. We have Maggie over there, and just chat and do an intro to this video. The first thing I'm gonna say is I'm using this brand new oil from Aesop that is so expensive. I'm afraid to use it. It's literally liquid gold. And I never would have bought this for myself. It's not something I would do, but it's kind of a long story. It was basically a Christmas gift that, should I tell the story? Okay, really quick. JS for Christmas so generously got me 2 products from Aesop. One of them made my eczema worse, and one of them made me break out. So finally the other day I realized because the whole time I was it can't be the Aesop products doing this to me, but I would also barely use them because I was afraid of them because they're so expensive. Anyways, finally I realized the products were not good for my skin, and I went back to the store and exchanged them for something else. I had a sampler of this and it was fine, so I got it. And then I also just got a hand cream, but when the girl told me how much this was, I was like, I better look like J-Lo after I put this on. Anyways, I figured I just better use it and enjoy it rather than fuss about it. But you guys know me, for certain things, I can be pretty cheap. And actually, we're gonna talk about how I decide to spend on expensive things in this video. That's gonna be a little topic that comes up later. So I have to admit, it's really nice, this oil. But for $100, it's not that much nicer than my T-Val products. So that's the tea. Okay, so monthly reset. First of all, I've been making these videos pretty consistently for the past couple of months. I know for some of you guys, they are your favorite videos to watch. They've been a lot of fun for me just to keep up with my own kind of goals and keep myself in check. And throughout the months, I kind of flow in and out of setting really distinct concrete goals, having a checklist. I brought back Notion a couple months ago and just got more concrete. Some months they're more up in the air, flowy, and it really just depends on how I'm feeling. For me, it's never been about being hard on myself and being strict with myself about my goals and about whether or not I achieve them. It's really just been a fun excuse to check in with myself every single month, which I was never doing otherwise until I started watching monthly resets from people like Michelle Reed and Carter Sullivan. And then I full on just, started hopping on the bandwagon and making those videos because they inspired me. So for selfish and personal reasons, they've been really good. And then for you guys, some of you have fallen in love with this series, which makes me so happy. So, it's just tradition at this point. We're gonna do gua sha. Now, last summer, I completely fell off the game of doing monthly resets, and I got back into it in about October. And I realize now why I fell off, because it's summertime. To me, it doesn't feel as natural to be setting goals, and if I'm gonna be blunt, I just don't care. I just don't care. I'm it's summer, I wanna have fun. So that's kind of been what is up in the month of June. In the previous month, we sat down at the beginning of the month, I laid out my Notion template, we set all these goals. And I'm gonna give you guys a spoiler. We will sit down. I know I saw in the comments you guys like it when I go through all of the previous goals, whether or not I achieved them. But you guys, I did not open my monthly reset Notion page, not once after I filled it out last month. I've just been so in like summer chill vacation mode. I've been having so much fun. I've been feeling just like really good consistently. Probably like this is like the longest period of really feeling really, really good that I've had in a while. So I'm just not asking too many questions. I'm just going with the flow. So for that reason, I decided to do this video vlog style. So you guys saw a little bit of my morning routine. I just like made a tea and I read. I've been waking up a lot less early than I used to. I used to be waking up at like 5:30 most mornings. Now I'm usually waking up around 6:30, 7. That's because I stopped doing the morning shift at the spin studio and I've been staying up later. So I'm like sleeping in a little bit more, but still in the early kind of, you know, zone. Oh my God, the eyebrows, it feels so good. There's like so much tension here on my face. I want to kind of sit down and explore like, what do I want my new routine to look like now that, you know, I am sleeping in like a tiny bit more. I don't know. I think it's nice to wake up at the same time every single day. I think it's good like for my body, at least on the Monday to Friday. And we're gonna go do a workout today. We're gonna go get our nails done. And like I said, we're gonna talk about how I decide when I wanna spend money on expensive things, like getting my nails done. So that's what's up. I'm gonna finish doing this gua sha right now. And then we're gonna go get dressed. Start this day, start this reset. It's also July 7th or 8th as I'm filming this. Dis Siri, quelle est la date aujourd'hui?
Nous sommes le vendredi 7 juillet 2023.
It's the 7th, and my Siri's in French because I live with a Frenchman. Hello. We're gonna wear workout clothes because I'm going to do a workout this morning.
What if the world had more of your smile? What if the wind could spread your love? What if your sweetness could reach everyone? There'd be no wars. Maybe the birds will sing about your heart. Maybe the trees will whisper the word. Maybe the sun will spread your joy to the ones who lost their hope. Fill my head with roses. I can't help but dream away. Standing on a field with you and flowers everywhere.
Ma'am, please. If there's one sound in this world that I can't handle, it's that sound. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm taking it away. You get it back after. It's funny because I'm so used to my monthly resets being kind of like a big production, and honestly, they are a video that I kind of put a lot of pressure on because they tend to be a video that get a little bit more views on my channel, that bring in new subscribers. And so in the past, I would always stress when it was time to film the monthly reset, and I was like, I have to get it up on the first of the month, blah, blah, blah. And then for July, I knew that like June was so calm, I guess, that I almost didn't even want to film the monthly reset. Then I was like, Zoey, it's tradition, just do it. But it's really weird for me right now. Like I'm just doing the natural lighting. You guys see there's like the shadow on the side of my face, and I'm really tempted to like get up and plug in my ring light and do all of these things because I'm so used to this video just being a big production. But I just want this video to be calm and chill because that is the vibe that we're gonna be going for. Like it's 8:30 in the morning. I don't need a ring light in my face right now. This smoothie that I made, you guys, is so good. It's just mango, 1 strawberry, half a banana, water, and ritual protein powder. And it is so good. So this is my little breakfast. My workout class is in an hour, so I'm gonna leave the house pretty soon. Before we go and get started with the day, I really wanted to recap the month of June for you guys. Also, speaking with like is neuroticism the right word? JS is currently out of the house. He's doing a workout and he's gonna come back any minute now. And I'm like, oh my God, he's gonna come in when I'm filming. Like, this is messing up my production. So this is a really good exercise for me in just letting go, which I'm looking at my Notion board for the month of June, and detaching was one of the goals. And it's so funny because, like I said, I did not look at my June reset Notion board throughout the entire month. I set all of these goals and then I just forgot about them. So it's gonna be really interesting to look at these goals and see, without constantly reminding myself, what was I able to achieve and what did I not achieve. Let's start with the theme for the month. The theme was calm, refresh, and detach. So calm was about having a calm mind, a calm lifestyle, and less overthinking. 100%, like 100%. This happened. Refreshed, feeling rested and refreshed, a nice routine that feels good, and a well-deserved vacation. So yes, overall, I do feel extremely refreshed. I feel like I owe a lot of that to the vacation, just like unplugging, being so relaxed, having so much fun in Hawaii. Also, like we talked about at the beginning of the video, I've been sleeping in more. I've been allowing myself to sleep longer, especially when I stay up later. And that has been making me feel really good. I love waking up early. Like, I would love to wake up at 5 a.m. every day. But if you're gonna wake up at 5 a.m., you need to be going to bed in time. And that's where I really struggled. I didn't struggle with the actual waking up so much as forcing myself to go to bed early. It just was really, really hard for me. There would be nights when I was going to bed at like 11 o'clock, having to wake up at 5:30 to go to work the next day. And it really was draining and exhausting. I don't wanna like shit on waking up early because I've said this a million times. I feel like it changed my life. It's just, I was doing it too much and I was starting to get unhealthy in the way that I was doing it. So I'm glad I took a little bit of a step back. Number 3 was to detach, and I wrote down detach from money, detach from views, etc. This one was really important to me because I had become so attached to the metrics on my channel, my earnings. I was like trying to kind of finesse when it came to copywriting. I was trying to finesse like a certain income for the month. So I would say like, okay, if I want to make, you know, $2,000 at copywriting, then I have to do this many hours. And I would like work really late into the night, therefore staying up later, you know, making myself suffer the next day, like doing these little things because I was so obsessed with like increasing my earnings. And just like, what a negative way to go through life, being so obsessed with money and so obsessed with like earning more that like you're compromising your health and you're compromising your mental health. I was also so attached to just productivity in general. If I felt like I wasn't productive one day, I would deem that a bad day and I would feel really, really badly about myself if I uploaded a video that I spent so long editing and I really loved how the video turned out, but just it performed, you know, less good than usual. It got less views or whatever. People aren't commenting on it. I would take that as a reflection of my own self-worth and I would say like, people hate you, you suck. Like, I was so incredibly hard on myself. Before the month of June, I had started to realize that this really, really was becoming a problem. That the way that I was talking to myself every single day and like guiding myself through the day and prioritizing productivity and money over seeing my friends, over resting, over quality time with loved ones, I was really starting to realize like, this is not healthy, Zoe. Like, you cannot keep going like this. And I had this plan to like make this sit down video about like my productivity addiction and start like a healing journey. And I wanted to film it all. And what ended up happening was I went on vacation. I went to Hawaii, and I know it's going to sound so weird, but this is genuinely, you guys, this is genuinely what happened to me. I left my computer at home, I turned my phone on airplane mode, and I had no choice but to think and reflect about myself, and specifically about the way that I feel about myself and the way that I treat myself. And I was reading this book, the one I showed this morning, You Can Heal Your Life, and I know there's like a lot of conflicting opinions about that book. For me, take what you like, leave what you don't like. That's how I approach any self-help book or any self-help YouTuber. That's how you should approach my videos. In the opening of that book, it talks about how a lot of the problems that we have in our life, a lot of especially the mental feelings that we have, come from not loving ourselves enough. And that hit me so hard because I realized that my obsession with money and productivity is because I don't love myself enough, and I think that if I'm more productive or if I make more money, then I'll be more worthy and then I'll be able to love myself. That's what I thought, and it makes me want to cry because what a horrible thing. Like none of us and none of our self-worth and our ability to love ourselves should be tied to either of those two things. Like, no. I'm really lucky because I, had this realization, and I've had this revelation before, but it never truly stuck. But, coming to this revelation in what is honestly probably one of the most beautiful places on earth, like looking out at the beach, the trees, the flowers, the mountains in the background, looking out at all of that and realizing that like, I'm here, I'm in this beautiful place because I am, and because like, I do work hard enough, and I did, I was able to bring myself to this place, and like, I'm here and I exist on this beautiful world. Like, I don't exist on this beautiful world to hate myself. You don't exist on this beautiful earth to hate yourself. You exist here to have fun and to love yourself and to enjoy this beautiful world. And I don't know, it just slapped me in the face so freaking hard. And I kept reading, and I started doing affirmations to myself in the mirror. I was journaling really intensely, and I was pretty much only allowing myself like this much negative writing on the page, and the rest had to be positive, because I found that when I was writing in the negative, I would stay there, and if I write in the positive, then I move into the positive. So I just started doing all of these things, and this is not me giving advice. This is not me telling you like, this is the formula to happiness, because I don't know. Mental health is real, and mental health struggles are real. And I know that like, my depressed moods can come back, and I still feel anxious, but this just changed something in me. And I know that it's not a flip of a switch and like, hey, I'm cured, like, bye. No, I have to keep working on it. And I've been, I want to say every other day, doing the necessary steps to stay in this mode and to remind myself that I am worthy and that I love myself and that nothing else really matters. Like, another thing I've been reminding myself a lot is like, I am safe. I think a lot of my worries about money come from wanting to feel safe, and that's like the foundation of it. So just always reminding myself that I'm safe, and just like, let's just have fun. And so I've been approaching work with a lot more of like a fun mentality, rather than thinking like, oh, I'm gonna do this many hours of copywriting and get this much money. I'm like, let's have fun, let's write. Like, what a joy to have this as your job. And then with YouTube, I've been really just challenging myself, like, just have fun. I used to spend so long looking over thumbnails, asking everyone for advice. Which one do you like better? Which one would you click on? So my challenge to myself was like, make a thumbnail. Do I like it? Yes, upload, go. And my views have been doing really good lately. My channel's been growing. And so I really think there is a correlation between having fun and doing a good job, no matter what it is that you do for work. So that is my really long rant about like my crazy mindset shift in the month of June. Again, it's not advice, okay? But that's what I did. The affirmations were, I can be successful without overworking myself. I deserve to feel calm and rested. I am so lucky I am living my dream life every single day. And I feel like all three of those affirmations I did repeat to myself just because they felt so natural to me, and that was what was at the top of my mind. So I didn't necessarily come here and read them, but they really were in my mind. Goal number 1 was to fully relax on vacation. Laptop only on the plane. Don't worry about work while you're away. Didn't even bring the laptop on the plane, left it at home. Best decision ever. Stress-free prep, check. Stress-free and slow return, check. And I wanted to buy myself some jewelry. I didn't find anything that I liked. Number 2, work out consistently, but not more. No, okay? No, I didn't. Well, yes, I did. Yes and no. Something that I realized and something that I want to stop doing is actually tracking my workouts. I realized that when I just work out for the fun of it, it's so much better than having to work out to like hit a certain goal. Today I'm going to work out. It's going to be workout number 2 of the week. Whatever, who cares? I'm just gonna go have fun and do a bar class. So I'm so done with like tracking my workouts, at least for now. Like I might have an idea in my head of how many I would like to do, but I don't need to do this whole checkbox thing because it just doesn't work for me. Like I've tried month over month over month to like check these boxes. It doesn't work. It's time to try a new strategy. And that strategy is gonna be having fun. Goal number 3 was to increase my earnings outside of YouTube. That is because the YouTube summer season is a slower one, less sponsorships, less views equals less money, and that's okay. So I had challenged myself to apply to a Catalant project, which is a marketplace kind of thing for freelancers and consultants. I did apply. I didn't get chosen, not a problem. I challenged myself to earn $2,000 pre-tax from copywriting. Didn't do that. And then to film and edit for fun, don't get caught up in views. Yes, that we did. Goal number 4 was to detach. I said daily affirmations, create a new vision board, weekly meditation, weekly sauna, and swim. Okay, Zoe. The meditations and like challenging myself to sauna and all of that, I feel like it falls in the same category as tracking my workouts where it just doesn't work. I didn't meditate. No, I didn't meditate once. What I think I want to start doing instead of meditation is mindful moments. So not forcing myself to call it a meditation and putting pressure on it, but just these mindful moments. I've been going for walks without my phone, and that is a mindful moment, and it's super, super nice. It could be like a bubble bath, leaving my phone out of the room. The phone is a big source of evil in my life. But yeah, I'm just gonna aim for more mindful moments. I'm not gonna force myself to track them because it just doesn't work. That being said, I did create a new vision board, and I've been doing pretty much almost daily meditations. At least every other day, I do the affirmations. Just for fun, you guys, let's take a quick peek at the personal finance goals. I had to pay my taxes this month. My tax return came in. My goal was to pay my taxes without touching my emergency fund. Taxes terrify me, but I survived. I did not have to touch my emergency fund. I only used the money throughout the year that I had been putting aside for my taxes, which was such a good feeling. I survived. I literally feel like I deserve a medal. Save 40% of every paycheck for taxes and RSP. I didn't do that. I, of course, put aside my taxes. Like that is a non-negotiable in my life just because I'm a freelancer. But I didn't save enough. Like I didn't save the 40% whatever for my RRSP, put $470 towards my emergency fund. Yes, we did it. Refill my 3 months ahead YouTube. Yes, did it. And earn $6,000 before tax. Yes, did it. So that's that for my June recap. Now I'm gonna go get ready and let's go do a workout. This lighting is horrendous, but all that to say, this is too horrendous. I had been planning on biking to come to the class, but then at the last minute I remembered I have this return to do, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna drive. And thank God, because it started pouring rain, so I'm feeling so lucky right now. And then I parked, and the license plate of the car in front of me was 222. So it's gonna be a good day. Good monthly reset vibes. So I just parked. I'm about to go get my nails done for the first time in a very long time. It's really been a while. For those of you who don't know, I was like a huge fan of doing my own nails at home. I'd been doing them at home for like 3 years, basically since COVID. I was doing gel nails, and I always liked doing it because it was just fun. It was like my me time, and it saved me so much money. Like if you are getting your nails done every single month or however often, like it really adds up. However, recently I've been feeling so annoyed and frustrated every time I sat down to do my nails. I felt like it was taking me a really long time, and that's never changed. It's always taken me honestly about 3 hours to take everything off and put the new stuff on. But recently, just like as I've gotten more busy, I've started resenting the time that it takes to do my nails. And the worst part is recently, I don't know what's up. I don't know if my kit is too old and my products are expired, or if like I'm rushing and my technique sucks. Like I don't know, but my nails are always breaking. Like you see this one here in the middle, it's always breaking, and I'll have like 1 or 2 nails that the same day I paint them, they just chip or they peel. Like this one here, you can see on the side, and it's just really frustrating. So I made this whole calculation scheme of basically attributing valuing my time, figuring out what my time is worth, and I settled on $50 an hour because that is my minimum rate while I'm doing copywriting. And copywriting, you guys, has been so busy these past couple of months, like more busy than it's ever been, which I'm really, really grateful for. So I'm like, okay, it's fair to value my time at like my minimum rate for copywriting. So basically making a calculation of like, if it takes me 3 hours at home to do my own nails, well, that's $150 of like time. If I go out and do them and it only takes an hour, then that's $50 plus the cost of doing my nails is about $60. So we're at $110. So $110 compared to $150, I'm actually saving money by going and getting my nails done. And that's how I calculated whether or not it's something that I can fit into my budget. Obviously, I'm not going to do that with every single thing in my life. It is a good little technique for when something is service-based and is hourly. It's a fun way to calculate like, hey, is this something I can squeeze into my budget? You know, you could do the same with like, if you hate cleaning your house and you want to hire someone to come clean your home, is it worth it in terms of like payment for time? And that's just a fun way to calculate things. So I'm gonna run in and get these nails done. We're gonna take these ones off, and I'm putting on a dip powder. I'm going back to the place that last time I went I felt ripped off. It's just, they're so reliable. They always have space. So I'm just going back there, and we'll see. If this is a good experience, I'll keep it up. If it's a bad experience, back to the drawing board. I'm obsessed. I'm so happy. You guys are gonna laugh because I literally got the same thing that I just had taken off. I just wanted like light pink with sparkles. I'm so happy. It cost less than I expected. It took less than an hour. Perfection. And the SNS, it feels really good. My nails feel like really hard. I explained to him that what I want to do is like just grow out my nails, like my natural nails with the SNS on top, so that we can just keep doing SNS and I can have like the long nails of my dreams. Because it's so nice to have nice nails. I find year round, but especially in the summer. So honestly, this was a good decision. I didn't feel ripped off. I'm really happy. And not only am I happy, I'm gonna say it, you guys, I feel reset. Like something about just looking at these like clean, polished, shiny, non-chipped, non-broken nails, it sets something right inside of me and it makes me feel reset. So there's a bunch of people walking on the sidewalk. I'm gonna get out of here. I'm going to pick up some groceries from the farmer's market, go home, make lunch, and we will finish up this reset together. Yay! I'm literally so happy. I just hit my clip. I'm so happy.
distance. I can, so beautiful. I can hear you within the silence.
All right, so it's a little bit later. We are going to wrap up this monthly reset now. I just sat down, like you guys saw, and played around with Notion. I did want to keep up the tradition of using Notion just because I think it'll be so fun. Like when we get to the end of the year, I'll have May, June, July, all the way to December in Notion, and I think it will be nice to be able to look back. So I want to keep up with it every single month. However, I didn't go as in depth with like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 goals. I just did it a lot more simple. So let's run through that. I also have to say, I just took like the shower, washed my hair and everything, and I'm feeling so refreshed. Although I know as soon as I step outside, it's just like so hot and humid that it's gonna feel like I never showered, but anyways. So for July, my theme for the month, I wanted to keep calm and detached because those just really spoke to me, and I feel like they worked really well in June, and I just want to keep working on those two feelings, I guess. However, I added fun, so I said to get out of my comfort zone weekly, enjoy summer, and take advantage of Montreal. We wait all year long for summer. We wait all year long, and then it passes in the blink of an eye. So I just really want to every single week be like, yeah, I did something that was fun. I think it's in line with everything that I talked about at the beginning of the video and like my kind of June transformation where I was very like relaxed. I feel like when you're relaxed, you actually have the space and the ability to now go and have fun. When you're stressed, when you're anxious, when you're overwhelmed, it's really hard to have fun and be in that state of fun and be in the moment. So I want to once a week, like just get out of my comfort zone. I feel like my comfort zone has very much become like at home, laying low. And last week I went to Camilla's pool and I was around like all these like young people and like everyone was like having a fun time by the pool. And I was like, oh yeah, like this is what summer is about. And I have to admit, it made me feel out of my comfort zone being around all of these people who I have no idea who they are, but it was fun and it was good. So little challenges like that every single week and just making sure I'm taking advantage of summer in Montreal, which is the best time ever. Montreal in the summer is the best. Affirmations for the month: I can be successful without overworking myself. I am so lucky. I am living my dream life every single day. Both of those are carried over as well from June. And then I said, I love myself and I deserve to have fun. So rather than do a bunch of segmented different goals with little subsets, I decided to just do one list of goals. Easy peasy. The overall vibe is to have fun and relax in the month of July. So the first thing I said was keep working for fun without stressing about money. Everything we talked about that I worked on in June, just keeping that up. Doing one fun thing a week. So whether that's the pool, going out for a night out with drinks, dinner, whatever that might be. A weekly BFF date and a weekly boyfriend date night, separate. As life gets busier, it can be harder to connect with our friends and even connect with our partner. So in the calendar, Camilla and I have reinstated our weekly dinners. Like once a week we have dinner together and we like what I can't talk this afternoon. We love watching like trashy TV shows together. And then with JS and I, we definitely have fallen off like really spending quality time together. Like we're together all the time, but we don't always make time for that like one-on-one special time. That sounds... I'm really struggling to talk. Then I said I want to wake up daily between 6 and 6:30 a.m. I want to go on a fun summer road trip this month, and I want to bake a pie. I have been getting so into cooking and baking and just like making desserts and making fun things, and I'm ready to make a pie. That is like, I just love pie. It tastes so good, and I think like a homemade pie would be really cool. I might start with only making like the filling and maybe the top, maybe not the crust. We'll see how it goes, but I'm gonna try my hand at making a pie. So those are my personal goals for the month of July. Easy peasy, nice and simple. We'll see what gets done. If certain things don't get done, I'm not gonna be hard on myself. Now, just for fun, in this video, I will include my personal finance goals. So for July 2023, First up, I want to lower my spending. Just overall, I spent a lot in June. I'm lowering my cash spending from $1,000 to $900, and then I just want to be careful everywhere else because I spent a lot in June, and I know that for the summertime my earnings are going to go down a little bit. So rather than be hard on myself or like, you know, do anything at all costs to like earn more money, I can take advantage of the slower period and just spend a bit less and have fun. No matter what I earn, my goals are to put $470 towards my emergency fund, $400 towards my retirement fund, and $100 towards my tax-free savings account. I also want to refill my personal 1 month ahead. So last month it was about refilling the YouTube one. This month it's about refilling my personal one, so $1,875. And my earnings goal for the month is $5,000 before taxes. That's it. That's all I've got. To wrap up this video, I thought it would be really nice to do a little bit of book talks. I can't talk. A little bit of book talk, okay? I was trying not to say book talk like TikTok, but book talk. We're gonna talk about books. I love reading, and summertime is such a good time for reading, whether you're outside, whether it's before bed. I just love it. The other day, someone tagged me on Instagram and said that I have never steered my audience wrong with a book recommendation, and that really touched my heart because I love reading and I hate bad books. So, you know, if I can recommend you guys something good, I think that's really, really cool. So let's go through all of the books that I've read really quickly this summer. We will start with this one. This book is called Pandora. I really didn't like it. I couldn't finish it. It was just so mundane. I felt like nothing was happening, and the period in which it was written, it's written in like old time London where there's like poo on the floor and everything smells bad and it's very dark, and I was like, I don't want to hang out in this time period. Like, this kind of sucks. So yeah, didn't love this book, didn't even bother finishing it. But it's sad though because this was a Valentine's present from Jean, so I tried harder than I should have to enjoy it and to finish it, but didn't like it. On vacation, I read The Song of Achilles. 5 out of 5. This book is amazing. I highly, highly, highly recommend it. It really transports you to another world, which I love, but it's also such a human story, and it's a love story, and it's just beautiful. It really made me want to learn more about Greek mythology, so loved this book. This is by Madeline Miller. Highly recommend. Order this book right now or go to your library. There's probably a waiting list for it at the library, but find a used copy, however you get your books. This one. Then I read My Year of Rest and Relaxation by Otessa Moshfegh. This book is so weird, but it was so good. I would give it 4 on 5. I feel like I want to read it again because I did not know what I was in for when I picked up this book. I thought it would be like kind of a light and like girly, almost self-help, but in a novel form. This book is dark and twisted and it's hilarious, but it's not what I was expecting. So go in with an open mind, have fun. This book is a trip. And it took me like only 2 or 3 days to read it. It's a very quick read. Then I read Pineapple Street by Jenny Jackson. I'd give this like a 2 or a 3. I had really high hopes for it because it's about rich people living in New York. I thought it would be a little bit more Gossip Girl, but it just wasn't that interesting. The characters were cute and I enjoyed reading the story, but I wasn't like upset when it ended. I was kind of glad when it ended and kind of nothing happened. So yeah, this one, take it or leave it. And then I read an Ellen Hildebrand, the queen of summer reads. I read The Castaways, which is an older book of hers. It was good. I wouldn't read it again, but I'm glad I read it. My only complaint is I felt like it dragged on for a little bit too long. It's one of those stories that has like 6 POVs and a little bit of a mystery element, like you're wondering what's happening. But then once I got to the point where I realized nothing was happening, I was like, okay, we can wrap this up now. But I just like reading her books because they transport you to Nantucket. They feel very summery. So maybe I would recommend it. This one I got for free from my mom's condo library. So that's the thing, like I wouldn't pay for this book, but if you had the opportunity to read it, it's worth a shot. Currently reading You Can Heal Your Life, take it or leave it. And I started reading this, The Almanac of Naval Ravikant. JS read this book and he like loved it. He really wanted me to read it. It's fine. It's a bit bro-y, I want to say, and it's written like a bunch of blog posts, so it's a very easy read. You can actually get this for free online. If you want to put it onto an e-reader as a PDF, you can get this for free. And then up next, I have Eat, Pray, Love, which I feel like will be a really good summer read. Got this from my mom's condo. And my mom found this at a used bookstore. It's another one about rich millennials in New York City called Very Recent History, and I'm excited to read it. That's a wrap, you guys. That's my book talk. And that is my monthly reset. Let me know what you think of this vlog style monthly reset. If you like it, if you prefer the sit down, I'm sure we're just gonna flip in and out of both, but I had so much fun spending the day with you guys today, resetting. I definitely feel ready for this new month of July. I know it's gonna be amazing. I hope it's amazing for you guys too. Please subscribe if you are new to my channel. If you haven't subscribed yet, I have so many fun videos coming up. I also just uploaded my monthly money as well as my what I spend in a month if you haven't seen those yet. And we have so many good vlogs and money content coming up on this channel. So I will see you in my next video. I'll stop talking now. Bye.
What if the world had more of your smile? What if the wind could spread your love?